invested in Pennsylvania. By the way, I was just born a couple of miles down the road in Philadelphia. But we're here today not just because we want to claim bragging rights to have another Republican governor, although I do think we're going to have more Republican governors come November 2nd than any other time in modern history. But it's because what difference Republican governors make in being the CEOs of their state and bringing in fiscal responsibility and free enterprise and more freedom and more opportunity, not guarantees, but opportunities for their citizens to live the American dream. That's what Republican governors are all about. And that's why I'm here today to tell you what difference they make. You look at what Barbour did when he came in 7 years ago in Mississippi, $720 million budget deficit, turned it around, cut that deficit, balanced the budget without raising taxes. That's what Republican governors do. I happen to inherit a $2 billion tax increase and a $4.2 billion deficit from my predecessor, a guy named Tim King. You may have heard of him. He's now the DNC chairman. Well, we said, look, that's the wrong economic policy in a tough economy. You don't raise taxes on the working families and the businesses of the Commonwealth at this tough time. So we said no to taxes. We balanced the budget by cutting $4.2 billion in spending, and guess what? We got a $400 million surplus. You see what our great friend Chris Christie is doing across the river in Trenton, standing up against special interests, cutting spending, and how New Jersey is beginning to turn around. Same thing Tom Corbett's going to do here in Pennsylvania. Look at the state that you've got right now, $5 billion budget deficit that's looming for the next governor. You've got a 9% unemployment rate, nearly 500,000 Pennsylvanians that are out of work. The next governor's got to be a leader in cutting spending and in making sure there's new jobs and opportunities for the citizens of the state. And his opponent, when he was the leader of Allegheny County, what did he do? He ushered in the largest tax increase in the history of Allegheny County. That's not the way that we need to have Pennsylvania led for these next couple of years. You need to say no, that there's a difference between what a Democrat governor and a Republican governor will bring to the state. Tom believes in cutting spending. Everything from making sure we don't move statutes, so we don't have 17,000 private government cars that are running around eating up the taxpayer money. He's going to make sure agencies cut spending, stick to their core missions, and then we use spending cuts, not tax increases. It's a fundamental difference between what you're going to get with a Republican governor and a Democrat governor, and that's why Pennsylvania needs to elect Tom Corbett. When I got elected Attorney General back in 2005, I had a daughter who was a platoon leader in the Army in Iraq. And in that time, we saw that 70% of the people in Iraq turned out to vote in 2005, the same time my election was being held. Women crying in the streets with their blue thumbs because they had got to vote, invested in their democracy for the first time in 25 years after the tyranny of Saddam Hussein, and they had to worry about IEDs and snipers on the way to the polls. In my election, only 45% of the people showed up to vote, and all they had to worry about is going to the polls. I think that's embarrassing. Don't let that happen here in Pennsylvania.